What's up, Chronicles is back. That's right. Here we go. A-Train in the house. You ready to?
Yes, sir.
Ready to get a little chilly?
Yes, sir. Ready? Let's get in there.
Let's go. Oh my goodness gracious!
Whew, just gotta go straight in.
You gotta just bite the bullet. Oh my gosh!
Give it a few minutes. It gets warm. It gets warm.
All right, let's get it. All right, A-Train.
Yes, sir.
It's chilly. Where'd you get that nickname from?
Childhood nickname. My first nickname was Trey. My full name's Anthony Tyus III. I'm the third son by Trey, but played football at a young age, and I didn't like to cut. I just ran straight. I was bigger than a lot of kids, and I just picked up the nickname A-Train. I just ran through everything.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned your childhood there a little bit. What's your first football memory growing up?
My first football memory was when I was in East Lansing playing for the Alpha Eagles, my dad's team, and I was 6 years old, playing with 7, 8, 9-year-old, and my dad picked me up against the biggest kid on the team, the 9-year-old. His name was Dier. I remember to this day, and it was my first actual hit in practice. And back when we could do Oklahoma and things like that, and he flipped me. Flipped me. Shed a few tears. Went back. Called him out again. Lost the next rep, but I didn't get flipped the second time. So that's my first football memory when I knew I loved the sport.
Wow. This is your first year at Ohio, but your last year as a college football student athlete. So
Yes, sir.
What can people here in Athens expect from you both on and off the field?
Everything and more. I changed my diet. I sacrificed a lot. I've been really in tune with my body, the strength coaches, the coaching, learning the ins and outs of everything, not just the offense in my position, but the quarterback position, receivers, linemen, and the defense. Staying in my playbook and coming to Athens, Ohio, playing for the Ohio Bobcats, and giving my everything for my last college season in hopes of pushing my career forward into the NFL one day.
Who was the first person you talked to here?
Probably Coach Alvin or Coach Smitty. Coach Alvin knew Coach Fitzgerald, my old head coach.
Northwestern?
At Northwestern back when Coach Alvin coached in Nebraska. Knew each other and got in contact quick. They contacted me first, and that meant a lot, in the portal.
Yeah.
Didn't know what was going to happen. I was graduating from Northwestern, coming off a bowl win. Everybody for the portal, you don't know what's going to happen, the eeriness, the quietness. But Ohio stuck with me, contacted me, and I loved it. Coach Smitty, Coach Alvin, great men. Making me a better man. I've been here since March. It's been a great experience so far.
You cold right now still?
It's getting a little warm. The upper body, so I'm not neck high, but it's getting a little warm.
Okay, yeah, we're getting used to it.
Yeah.
We're cold-blooded right now. All right, so what type of running back are you right now?
I would say all-around back. I can catch up the backfield. I can make people miss. I can run through people and blitz pickup. That's very important. Extending the play, helping the quarterback, being part of the O-line. But I've always honed in on being an all-around back, that first, second, third down back. I don't want to ever be labeled as just a first, second down back or just a third round back. Being able to do everything, being a utility player out of the backfield or out and empty, doing whatever the offense coordinator needs me to do.
Love that. So what does a successful season look like for you?
MAC championship. They were close a couple years ago, a couple 10-win seasons. The team's right there. It's just the small details, taking care of the football, getting those turnovers, executing on special teams, executing on defense, offense, and staying in tune with the coaches, trusting the process. We had a new strength coach this offseason, Coach Shu. Came in, challenged us. We worked, put our heads down, and great fall camp going so far. Just that MAC championship. And then, obviously, perfect season, more than 10 wins, taking that next step, and then a great bowl game win would be great for this team and me.
So, going back a little bit to what we were talking about earlier, growing up, your dad, motivational speaker, I saw some videos. He was getting me hype. What's the best piece of advice your dad, who also played football at Central Michigan, what's the best piece of advice or motivation that he's instilled in you?
I would say 2 quotes. One makes sense, one's a little harsh. First one, no excuses, just execution. Doesn't matter what's going on, if you mess up, whatever, just execute at a full speed, 100%. And the other one is nobody cares. Nobody cares if you're tired, and you just got to do the things sometimes you don't feel like doing. And those 2 things have stuck with me. As you said, my dad's a motivational speaker. I hear quotes every day, motivational speeches, whatever I call them. And at first, I took this for granted, but getting older, growing into a man, I appreciate those. I talk to him a lot more. He's the first man I talk to when I'm going through something. Him playing at Central Michigan, him being able to play a little pro ball at different places. has helped me understand what it takes to get to that level. So I'm thankful for him, and honestly, he's the reason why I got into football.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Who is A-Train or Anthony Trey Tyus off the field? What do you like to do?
I like to have fun. So, like, I like to bowl. I like to hang out with friends, play video games. Just got into golfing this summer.
Okay.
Parker Navarro and Coleman Oman got me into that this summer. Boston
Spades.
clubs. Spades. Big spades player. Always parents taught me that at a young age. But I just like to have fun, man. I don't like to stay cooped up. I like to, explore things, get to know new things. And this was a different experience for me, being out here in Ohio, golf courses with the people, coming from a place like Chicago, being a big city, it was different, but it's a good different here. Everything's just great around here. People want to be around you, have a great time. And the guys on this team, every time around them, it's just laughs nonstop.
Who laughs the most on the team?
Who laughs the most on the team? That's a great question. We have a lot of funny guys on the team. I'd have to say Christoph. Christoph always has some funny joke that he has to say, sometimes random, sometimes on cue, but mostly random. So he's always laughing, always got something to say. Even when you're down, he's going to make you laugh.
You talked about why your nickname is A-Train based on kind of your skill set as a running back. Did you have an idol growing up on the football field?
Yes, I'm a big Derrick Henry fan.
Okay.
All his stiff arms running through people, being 6'2", 6'3", 240. Me being blessed, being 6'1", 230, being a bigger back in the backfield. I've always watched him. Back when he was in high school, Bama, everything like that. I admire his game. Still to this day, still playing in the league. Had a great career, and I'm sure he's going to keep going farther.
We're not going to stay much longer in this cold tub. It's pretty cold right now. So, Trey, really appreciate your time, man, and go Bobcats.
Go Bobcats. Appreciate you.
Boom.